So now the first thing I will talk about is I want to tell you the difference between the olden days, our parent generation days of marriage, and this generation. When you go to our parent days of marriage, there is a far difference between it and this generation. Now let's try to summarize in 4 or 5 points. What are the key things that put marriage together? What are the key things? That is, we are talking about financial aspect. We are not talking about the other aspect. There are other aspects of marriages, but now I'm more concerned with the financial aspect, because financial aspect of the marriage is more important when it relates to marriage. You understand? We have the spiritual aspect, we have the emotional aspect, we have the psychological, we have a lot of aspect of it. But now let's focus on the finance, because it's the finance that will keep the marriage. Now, on the financial aspect, there are 4 or 5 items I itemize that are very key. The number one thing to consider for intended couples, or those are in marriage will testify with this, is shelter. Because you cannot marry and go and sleep on the street, is shelter. So the number one point is shelter. The number two thing after shelter, you will need food and related need. There are related need to food, so you will need them. Then the third one, you will need clothing, and I attach medicals with clothing. You can have clothing as a need, and also there is a need for medical 1 2 times to go for hospital and so on. I don't want the point to be much so that you can remember them. Then the fourth thing is education of children. You need to educate your children. That's just the truth. Then the last one is we have personal desire. Personal desire is not compulsory, it's optional. So you might have desire of what you want to do. Maybe some people will say they want to own a car, they want to own this and that, those are personal desire. But for me, the 4 things are the most important aspect of what I'm trying to teach you. Now, so based on these 4 things, that relate to finance, I will bring you back to a theory, or a kind of olden days difference of marriage. Olden days, that's the generation of our parents and grandparents. Those most especially, they are from the village, or they live in the village, or and so on, compared to those of us that are now in the city and the lifestyle of the city. So number one, we talked about shelter. In the olden days of our parents, most of them already are farmers, and they are most of them are farmers and cattle rearers. So now, in the based on being a farmer, most of the things they already have their family house, or let me say it, ancestral home, whereby even if you marry, you have a space that you can stay within the family, or you will be allocated a land to go and build your own shelter